Hello YouTube, welcome in. Today we are going over the new upcoming expansion, Extradimensional Crisis. So we're gonna go over the trailer together and then we're going to talk about the new cards. So let's get to it. Let's watch the trailer. Here we go. They went hard, man. They went hard with the music. Extra-dimensional crisis. Holy smokes, man. They went hard with the music. They went hard with the name. Now it's time to find out. Now it's time to see if they went hard with the cards. All right, let's jump right into it. Okay, so we have, how many do we have here? We have 5, 10, 14, 17. 17 cards that have been revealed, including a trainer. So I'm gonna have a financial crisis during extra-dimensional crisis. Same, brother, same. All right, so I think we're gonna go through all of them, but we're gonna start with the trainer as well as Celesteela because I feel like it's important to like put every other Ultra Beast card in context, right? Because like we're gonna review the Ultra Beasts, but we have to know like the what type of support they're getting, right? So let's start with Celesteela, right? So Celesteela, obviously it's an Ultra Beast. All the Ultra Beasts are basics. Welcome in, Shubby. Welcome in, Link 1A. All the Ultra Beasts are basics. So Celesteela has an ability. During your turn, you may switch your active Ultra Beasts with one of your benched Ultra Beasts. So it's basically the Solgaleo effect, but you can apply it to any two Ultra Beasts, including Celesteela. So you can swap Ultra Beasts freely while disregarding their retreat cost entirely. So obviously, you know, in Pokemon Pocket, you're only allowed to retreat once during your turn. So it's not like you can like it's not like you can use this ability and then. But wait a minute. Once during your turn, you may switch your Ultra Beasts. Does this count as the retreat? Does this count as the retreat? Or can you retreat after? Because you're using an ability. You're not actually clicking retreat. Could you retreat? We're going to have to wait to see. But I know for sure doesn't count as a retreat. Okay, so you could technically bring something up and then retreat it manually. Yeah, you could technically bring something up and then retreat it manually. Yeah, because it doesn't count as a retreat. Yeah, okay, so that's something that's important to know. Its ability is a 3 colorless Moombaton. It does 100 damage. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. So it's basically the same as Origin Form. Not Origin Form, but like the non-EX Arceus, right? It's like a similar damage. Coin flip, like you're never gonna like attack with this, right? Like I mean the time where you're gonna attack with this is gonna be like a thing of last resort, right? Like Dialga, yeah, very similar to Dialga. That's true. You're right. The Arceus has a guaranteed attack. This is similar to well, I mean, Origin Form Dialga, you attack, but then you coin flip to see if you get to attack after. Right? The Arceus, I can actually bring it up. The Arceus, oh, this one discards. Okay, so it's like a yeah, it's like a low on executor. That's right. You either hit or you miss. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can the effect targets itself too, so you could bring up Celesteela and then you know, like, and then use its effect or hard discard to retreat after. So very interesting. So this is the first support card that Ultra Beast has, which is very important to like keep in mind, because while we're gonna look at the when we're gonna look at all the other Ultra Beasts, you have to keep in mind that they can get a free retreat with Celesteela. All right, so the second support card is Twisted Rage. Welcome in, Karkai. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. So the second support card is Lusamine. Lusamine. You can use this card only if your opponent has gotten at least 1 point. Okay, so your opponent has to have KO'd something. Your opponent has to have KO'd something. Choose one of your Ultra Beasts, attach 2 random energy from your discard pile. So you don't get to pick what energy, but if you're only running 1 energy, then, you know, like, if you're only running 1 energy, you're only going to get 1 type from this. So it's basically like a Luxray. Like a Luxray. It's basically like Volkner, but it has the caveat that your opponent has to get 1 KO, right? It has the caveat that your opponent has to have one point, and then it does the Volkner effect. What's interesting to note, and this is something that, you know, like, people who didn't play Volkner don't realize, is that you can also use this just to get 1 energy. You don't have to like use it for 2. And sometimes 1 energy can actually clutch, right? If you lose like a 1 pointer that has 1 energy on it, you can clutch by bringing that energy back onto a Buzzwole, right? That we're going to see later. Okay, so this is the second trainer card. Okay, so we have Celesteela. We have Celesteela that gives us like a free retreat per turn. And you have Lusamine, which can attach 2 random energy from your discard pile once your opponent gets 1 KO. Okay. Lusamine is a baddie? Yo, I don't know, man. Her eyes. Look at her eyes. She has reptile eyes. Yo, she has reptile. She has those Michael Jackson Thriller eyes, man. I wouldn't mess with that. But hey, if it's your thing, it's your thing, okay? We don't judge here. We don't judge here. If it's your thing, it's your thing, man. I like a little crazy. I feel you, brother. I feel you. Don't we all? Don't we all? I can fix her. Yeah. All right. All right. Yo, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Okay. So let's just look over the cards that got leaked. We're going to do a full set review in a future video, in a future stream with our boys, Reality Pocket, as well as Lucian, as well as Nick. But we're just going to go over these leaks like really quickly today. So, okay, so let's start with Kartana. 60 HP, 40 damage for 1 leaf energy, 1 retreat cost, and fire weakness. So it's basically a grass Farfetch, but it benefits from all the grass supporters like Erica, as well as Leaf Cape. Right? So it's a bit better than Farfetch because grass has so many good items and so many good supporters. The grass weakness is kind of clutch as well, right? The grass weakness is kind of clutch because it one-shots a Gibble, it deals 60 to Darkrai. So really interesting card, really interesting card. New Farfetch, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's a really good card, don't get me wrong, but the question is, like, is it fast enough in the current meta, right? Like, is it, like, if you don't get your Leaf Cape, it only has 60 HP. If it attacks into a helmet, you know, it dies quickly. You know, you can Erica it, you can Leaf Cape it for sure, but is it fast enough, right? For like what the meta has evolved to be, where, you know, you can attack on turn 2 with Solgaleo for 120, where, you know, you can have Skarmory up turn 1, right? It's definitely a good card. Yeah, it's definitely a good card, right? If you add a Leaf Cape to it, it's like a Skarmory, right? If you add a Leaf Cape, it's 2 cards to have a 90 HP attacker that deals 40, whereas Skarmory is 50, 100, or 50, 80 with helmet or cape, right? So it's very comparable to Skarmory. But yeah, I mean, solid card. I don't think it's like broken or anything. I mean, we're gonna have to see. I think the real relevance of the card is gonna be what are people gonna pair it with. Yeah, probably go with Buzzwole and Celesteela. Yep. Next up, we have Pheromosa. Pheromosa, 70 HP, Jump Blues, 20 to the active, and then 20 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. 1 retreat cost. So it's the same damage. It's the same 40 damage, but it's split in two. It's split in two. You get to select. It's like a better Escavalier. It's like a basic Escavalier. Obviously, it doesn't have Escavalier's HP, nor does it have, you know, the damage to the front. I think Escavalier is 30, but like it's a super solid basic. Super solid basic. It activates the Decidueye like you guys are saying. Yep. So 1 retreat cost, yeah, super solid, super solid. Yeah, I think it's better than Lurantis, right? Lurantis obviously deals 20 to everything, but this deals 20 to 2 targets, which is good enough. And you don't have the issue of it being a stage 1, so you don't have to like not only add 2 more cards to your deck, but like finding it as a stage 1 as well. So very interesting. Grass seems to like be getting like a lot of good cards this at least from what we see from the leaks. But like already, like I think Grass is getting a lot of good cards from this pack. Buzzwole EX. All right, so I you know when I first looked at Buzzwole, I was like, it's not that great. But then when you consider Celesteela, like Yob on YouTube said, or when you consider Celesteela's effect, or you consider Lusamine, right? You can easily lead with a Kartana or with a Pheromosa, lose it, give away a point, and then you can use Lusamine to add energy onto Buzzwole so that you can either punch or that you can big beat, right? As a basic, it has the standard 140 EX that like most basic 140 HP that most basic EXs have. The punch attack is like 2 energy for 30, but I feel like you have to keep in mind, you know, that the Lusamine support, right? And then Big Beat 120, it one shots a Darkrai with weakness, but you can't use it. You can't use it during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Big Beat, but I'm guessing you can clear this effect, right? This effect is the same. This effect is the same as Leafeon, right? If you manage exactly, Celesteela can swap this out, and then you can retreat the active and then attack again. Yeah, that's how it works. So you attack on turn 1, or you attack on the turn you wanted to attack. Next turn, if it's still in the active, Celesteela retreats it. And then you can swap whatever you put in the active to put back Buzzwole so that you can big beat your opponents with the big beat. Yes. So yeah. Fire weakness. to retreat. Yeah. 120 feels kind of bad though. I feel like because of how fast this can get online, and because of Darkrai's weakness, I feel like 120 is respectable. You have to consider as well that this thing with a Leaf Cape goes up to 170. It goes up to 170 with a Leaf Cape, which is pretty crazy for a basic, if you think about it, right? Pretty crazy for a basic. Yeah, and it also benefits from Erica as well. It can be ramped, exactly. It can be ramped either by Leafeon, but I'm guessing people aren't going to play Leafeon. Like the way I see it, people are going to play either Kartana or Pheromosa as their lead, Buzzwole as their finisher, and they're going to use Celesteela, right? So you can have your Buzzwole in the active attacking, and then next turn you swap it out with Celesteela, you put the Pheromosa in front, you retreat it for 1 energy, and then you attack with Big Beat again, right? So, and you can just do that every turn. Because if you have 3 energies on it, you can use the turn's energy on retreating either your Pheromosa or your Kartana. So it's gonna be like a back and forth. It's gonna be like a back and forth, you know, like type of deck, you know, like where you attack, retreat, bring it back, attack again. So yeah. Welcome in, Rodomont. How are you? Welcome in, Mario, as well, and everybody else on Twitch. Okay, so that's the 3. Those are the three grass types that got leaked. And honestly, like just from these three, I'm already impressed. Like I think the Cartana or Pheromosa combo with Celesteela Buzzwole is like written on the wall already. All right, so watch out for this deck. Obviously, like Grass getting crazy supporters, Grass already having crazy supporters is just gonna be make these three cards even better. Okay, let's move on to Electric. Electric, we have Tapu Koko, EX, 130 HP, Plasma Hurricane. It loads an energy on itself, and then next turn you can Mac Bolt for 90, right? So you're doing 110 over 2 turns, which is okay, right? Like Skarmory deals 100 over 2 turns. Solgaleo does 120 over 2 turns, considering you don't attack the first turn. So it's not like too crazy. The damage isn't too crazy, but it is a basic, right? It is a basic. So unlike Solgaleo, you don't have to run like 6 cards in your deck just to play it. One retreat cost is super crazy. It's like a better Pikachu EX, right? It's a better Pikachu EX in a lot of ways. Yeah, it's like Zapdos EX Junior. That's right. Like if you think about it, Zapdos has a 20 energy attack. Zapdos has 130 HP. And then the Thundering Hurricane for 3 deals an average of 100 damage. You have Mac Bolt, which is 90. You have Plasma Hurricane, which is 20. And so it's like a faster Zapdos. It's like a much faster Zapdos. The only caveat I see is that it still has fighting weakness, right? Zapdos is useful or was useful in past formats because it had electric weakness, which allowed you to like put it as a wall when you were fighting against fighting decks. But like now Tapu Koko, it still has the fighting weakness. It still gets bonked by like Marshadow. It gets bonked by Rampardos, right? So you still have to think about that. But yep. Yeah, and exactly. Zapdos is super inconsistent. This thing screams consistency, right? Like it's crazy. It's like a crazy good card by itself. It doesn't even need to be comboed with it. It's like a super solid card. Super solid card just by itself. And like we were talking about, I heard Judy say it and I was thinking it again. Like Electric didn't have any good cards outside of Oricorio and Magnezone, right? Like right now, it's like Electric was kind of lacking in terms of cards, and I feel like this is the perfect addition to either your Oricorio or Magnezone deck, or just maybe with Oricorio just by itself, and then you consider other things. But yeah, super crazy. It does work. Great call out by Reality. It works with Sky Shaman because it's a basic. You can get a free retreat from Sky Shaman, right? So then you can do some like silly Dawn things as well. Obviously I'm not saying like, that's the best way to use it, but like definitely things to consider. So yeah, super cool EX, super cool. I'm happy they're giving Electric more good cards because Electric did have a glow up this format with Oricorio, and now it's just like an added thing. I'm excited to play it for sure. A very solid card. Very solid call. Very solid card. Yeah, it does power creep Pikachu pretty hard. All right, next up we have Xurkitree. 100 HP. Electronica for 60. Your opponent's Pokemon is now confused. All right, well, okay. Yeah, I mean, 100 HP is not a lot. 63 energy. 3 energy for 60? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can do better than that. You can do better than that for sure. 2 retreat costs as well. Yeah. Well, it is an Ultra Beast, right? It is an Ultra Beast. It has Lusamine support, right? So like in theory, you can attach one or you can just use Lusamine and then you can attach your third. Yeah. So it has Lusamine support. You can bring it up with no energy, put 2 with Lusamine, and then attach a third and then confuse. But like confusion is not the best. Confusion is not the best effect because people can just clear it. They can just retreat and clear it, right? And it just only has 100 HP. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna see much play, but we'll see. Zeraora. Am I saying that right? Zeraora. Zerora. If I had to say it in cursive, it's Zerora. Anyways, 90 HP, a basic. It's not an Ultra Beast. This one is plain old Pokemon. Thunderclap Flash. Take it at the end of your first turn. Let me put some background music here. At the end of your first turn, take an electric energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. But it's not at the end of the first turn. It's at the end of your first turn. So it doesn't matter if you're going first or second. It doesn't matter if you're going first or second. You're still gonna get a free energy to attach to this. It's not the first turn. It's your first turn, right? So you're always gonna be able to attach, even if you're going second. Even if you're going second, you're still gonna attach an energy. So yeah, but it's at the end. It's at the end though. So you have to end your turn, right? If you're going second, you attach one. You end your turn, you get one. But that doesn't mean you can attack in the same turn, right? So if you're going first, then you can attack the turn after. If you're going second, you end your turn, you get a free energy. I think it's strong. Like, I think it's strong. Like, if you're going second, you can't attack. But, you know, you can attack the... It's basically a 90 for 50, right? It's a 90 HP, 50 for 1 energy, right? 50 for 1 energy. It's like a Skarmory. It's like a Skarmory that doesn't need a... It's like a Skarmory that doesn't need an item. Yeah, like you just have to wait 1 turn. You just have to wait 1 turn. Yeah, exactly. The only downside is you have to wait 1 turn. Yeah. It works for the first turn. It's at the end of your first turn. Yeah, if you draw into it late game, I don't think it works. Yeah, if you don't get it in your starting hand, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I feel like that downside. I feel like that downside is more than the upside, right? Try to add it with fossils. That's a good take. That's a good take. If you only run fossils, you're gonna get a guaranteed start. But the thing is, all the fossils are fighting type. Yeah. So you need fighting energy. Like what do you like? Are you gonna play like what's the dragon type that runs fighting and electric, right? Kopo, right? It's like with a K. It's like a dragon. Como, right? Like I guess that's the only thing you can pair this with. And use fossils, but like it's not a fossil. It has a I don't know. You guys are probably right. The downside of like drawing it late game is too high. Yeah. The downside of drawing it late game is too high. You're right. Interesting card though. Interesting concept. Okay, here's the thing that like people were super hype about. Shinotic. 90 HP, Psychic, it's colorless, Gentle Slap for 2, and it's one of those support cards, right? So the support is once during your turn, you may put a random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. The effect is really good. But it's a stage 1. You have to run 4 cards. You have to run potentially 4 cards in your deck just to draw faster. Like when you draw it. I feel like by the time you get it, the effect isn't going to be as useful anymore, right? By the time you get this on your field, like you're already like halfway through your deck. So like, what's the point of like speeding it up, right? Like, yeah, you're adding 4 cards to speed up your deck. What? Like you could just like play some trainers, right? Like some really useful trainers or something else like a communication, a Yonos, right? Something else that adds consistency without having to use this is for fossil decks. Oh, that's not crazy. That's actually not crazy. Like if you only play the basic and this and you play fossils, I guess you can draw, but like it doesn't give you fossils. It only gives you the stage 1 and stage 2s. So it doesn't give you the fossils though. Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely like a first of its type. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not too taken aback. Like, if it was a basic, it would be crazy. It would be broken. But being a stage 1 is like, meh. It's all right. All right. Next up, we have... Okay, this one. Now, this one's spicy, man. This one's spicy, okay? This one's spicy. Goose Lord EX. A basic EX with 170 HP. You guys thought 150 was a lot? No, man. 170 HP. It has grass weakness. But there's nothing that hits for 150, right? Even Meowscarada plus red. Like, the only thing that kills this is Meowscarada plus red. That's that's the only thing that one-shots this. But outside of that, this thing is not getting one-shot, right? And you add a cape, 190 with a cape. Serena, you're right. A high-rolling Serena could get a triple head. A high-rolling Serena could get a triple head. Welcome in, Miguel. Welcome in, guys. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's get to the ability Grindcore. Okay. So 2 colorless for 30. You pronounced it right? Gruntlord EX. It is kind of like grunts, yeah. Gruntlord EX. Actually, yeah. Wait, hold up. I have another. There we go. Boom. Okay, this is much better now. Gruntlord EX. Gruntlord Guzzlord EX. Okay, so 2 energy for 30, and it has a grunt effect. It's basically a free grunt. It's basically a free grunt. Every turn you attack with this, right? Which is pretty crazy. And like 2 energy is not a lot. If you go second, like this is fine. Like it has so much HP, it can take like so much punishment. It's colorless, that's true. The Grindcore effect is colorless, so you can slap this in a lot of different decks, and as long as you're not planning on using Tyrannical Hole, which by the way, it's still decent damage. And don't forget that it's still an Ultra Beast, so it benefits from Lusamine, right? This thing benefits from Lusamine. So if you already have discarded energy, you might be able to use Tyrannical Hole if you ran Dark Energy. So yeah, guys, I don't know. This is honestly like first look. This looks crazy. This looks a bit like oppressive, right? This thing is gonna make a lot of people rage. Okay, like imagine this thing hitting your 4 energy Giratina. This thing hitting your 4 energy Giratina as a revenge and discarding all the energy from it, right? Like what are you even supposed to do? Like what are you even supposed to do, right? Like obviously like in half the time it won't do anything. 25% of the time it's only going to discard 1. But like 25% of the time it's going to make people throw their phone through the wall. So, yeah. Anyways, it does have 4 retreat. So one thing to note is that you're not getting this thing out of the active unless you're playing Celesteela, right? Unless you're playing Celesteela, I don't think you're moving Goose Lord out of the active. So you're kind of committed to it. Carnivine, yes, Carnivine does hit this thing for 70. Carnivine hits it for 70, and Kartana hits it for 60, right? But like it still takes like 3 hits. Like it still takes 3 hits. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll have to see. Yes, so yeah, a really interesting thing. Yeah, the devs had a lot of fun with this expansion. All the first abilities from the Ultra Beasts are a type of music, right? There's Grindcore. There's wait, let me get the other ones. There's Brass Rock. There's Electro House. I love Electro House. There's New Wave, right? Thrash Metal, right? So many Jump Blues. So many like interesting names, and there's a couple of other interesting names for another reason, but we're gonna get to those in a bit. Okay, All right, so Gooselord EX. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think, guys. It looks so strong. It looks so strong. It does have grass weakness. You know, Meowscarada Decidueye is still big in the meta. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. It does look strong. It does look strong. Guzzlord, not Gooselord. Okay, next up. Nihilego, 70 HP, a dark type, an ultra beast, more poison. If you didn't have enough poison before, well, now you get more poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon takes plus 10 damage from being poisoned. So that means it's like burn. The poison becomes a burn that doesn't clear, right? It deals 20 on your turn, 20 on your opponent's turn, and so forth, so on, right? Interesting, right? Like, it applies the effect to your opponent's active Pokemon, right? So it doesn't matter with how you managed to poison that Pokemon, either with Poison Barb, either with Toxicroak, either with, you know, poison gas from like Grimer or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you apply the poison, because the effect applies to the opponent's active, and it stays there until he clears it. So yeah, I mean, I think people are gonna cook with this. I don't think poison is that strong of an effect, because we have PCL, we have Arceus. You know, you can just like straight up retreat it. You know, like we were talking about Celesteela. Like, this thing clears poisons. This thing clears poisons and confusions like there's no tomorrow, right? Big Malasada, yes, that one clears poison too. You can evolve. Yeah, like, I just don't think poison is that good of an effect compared to like sleep or paralyze or, you know, some other effects. So yeah, I mean, interesting card. I think it's gonna make some like good YouTube decks, you know. There's gonna be a lot of good like you know, Pog Face. I tried this deck and I got like 20 points on ladder. You have to try this now, right? But other than that, I'm not sure if it's gonna do much. Yeah. Okay, next up, YouTube content Sag. Yeah. Naganadel, 100 HP, Ultra Beast as well. This one's a stage 1. Okay, this one's a stage 1. Okay, I thought all the Ultra Beasts were basics, but you guys are right. This one isn't. This one isn't. Yeah. Stage 1, 100 HP. That's kind of low. Electro House. I love Electro House. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Okay, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's like 60. If you count the poison, it's 60. If you add Nihilego, that's 80, right? If you add Nihilego, he deals 40 and then 40 from the poison, so it's 80. But it's a stage 1. It's a stage 1. Are you really gonna play 4 cards to have a 100 HP attacker, and then you're gonna play Nihilego as well? So that's already like 6 cards. Yeah, it's true. It's like you're right. It's like Wheezing. It has 10 HP less than Wheezing, but it deals more damage. Yeah, you're right. And it does have Ultra Beast support from Celesteela, but like it only has a 2 retreat cost. Like I don't know. I feel like if you're playing a Nihilego plus Naganadel, oops. If you're playing a Nihilego plus Naganadel plus Celesteela deck, like, I don't think you have, like, enough damage. Like, I don't think the poison is gonna cut it in terms of damage. Like, it's gonna be a cool deck, but, like, yeah, I don't know. And everything has, like, what, 70 HP, 100 HP, and then 120. Like you're getting cleared by Giratina solos. Giratina solos the entire deck. Like, yeah. Clodsire? Maybe Clodsire, but who? Yeah, I mean, you can play Clodsire Poison Barb with Nihilego in the back. I don't know. I'm sure people are going to cook with this. I'm sure people are going to cook with this, but I don't know. I'll have to wait and I'm not sure it's going to be the best deck. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting cards. All right, let's move on to the steel type. The steel type, Stakataka. Stakataka. That's actually pretty funny. Brass Rock, 110 HP. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes -20. I mean, okay. Yeah, all right, sure, cool. Yeah, yeah. I think it's yeah, it's kind of filler. It's kind of fair. Do we have the full leaks? Not yet, not yet. I mean, once again, you can retreat it with Celesteela, but like, I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. Next up, we have Alolan Diglett, 60 HP. Happened to headbutt, 40. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Okay. All right. Well, like, why would you play this? I mean, it's a steel type. It's a steel type. It does 40 average, but like the high roll or low roll is kind of like a turnoff. But yeah, interesting. Anyways, 1 retreat cost, fire weakness. There's not a lot of like front. There's not a lot of front like attackers. We have to see what Doug Trio looks like. Yeah, we have to wait for Alolan Doug Trio to see what this thing is worth. Okay, type null. Type null. 80 HP, quick blow, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 40 more damage. Okay, so it's 30 average. Yeah, it's like 30 average, right? Because it's 40 or 20. 40 or 20. It's like it reminds me of Cyclozar. It's like Cyclozar, but with like more retreat cost. Yeah. It evolves. Okay, it has an evolution. Okay, perfect. So we have to wait for it. We have to wait for it. Okay. Yeah, you guys have to tell me. I don't know when there's an evolution. Okay, interesting. I mean, another thing that's interesting, guys, I would point out the sussy names here, right? I gave him a quick blow. What's the other one? Hold up. What's the other one? Wait, hold up. There's wait. I had them lined up. Wait, let me get it for you guys. With big meat? Yeah. With big, no, but there's a good one. Okay, here it is. Okay, yes, here it is. Okay. I gave him a quick blow and he ultra thrusted my tyrannical hole until I right? I don't know what the devs were on with this one. Yo, Yuki, welcome in. Right? Quick blow, he ultra thrusted my tyrannical hole. I don't know, man. I don't know. It feels like they're really laying it up for us this set. Like come on, man. Like, they're really laying it up for us. Like, they want us to, like, make the connections. All right. Freaky deaky devs. Yeah, man. Yeah. Dina cooking, man. All right. Okay, next up. I mean, we already talked about this one. Celesteela. We can go. Yeah, it does have 4 retreat, but it retreats itself. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, circle circuit. Yeah, that's where it all started. Okay, next up, look at this cute ass Rowlet. Man. 60 HP. Fury attack. Flip 3 coins. Does 10 for each heads. So it's like 15 average. It's a bit worse. Than the other 2 Rowlets, I think. It's really cute though. It's really cute. It sucks that they gave this one the full art instead of the other 2, I feel. But yeah, I'll go 15 average with a coin flip. Nah, I think the other ones are better for sure. Blacephalon. 100 HP fire. Beat Punk, 130. Okay, so it's a basic 100 HP. It does benefit from... It has a 3 energy attack, but you have to remember Lusamine, right? So the way this would work is... that, you know, you get something knocked out. You play this... You play this in a fire deck. You get your Moltres... Yeah, he's a suicide bomber. Yeah. You play this... Like, you get something knocked out, and then you bring this guy, you Lusamine 2 fire, and then you attach whatever, and you hit for 130. But then you go down to 30 HP. You, like, yeah. I mean, you guys remember, like, 2 sets ago, I was like, shit, I wish, like, Moltres GA Charizard had, like, 1 more basic. Like, this could have been the answer, but it's, like, 2 sets too late. Like, this could have been, it could have been okay in a Moltres GA Charizard deck, but like other than that, like I don't see it. I don't see it. He's the Oricorio Slayer. Yo, he definitely slays Oricorio. He yeah, he slays himself while he slays Oricorio as well. I'm missing some. Okay, let me check it. Let me check out the site. Okay, so we talked about Lusamine, right? We already talked about it. It attaches 2, but your opponent has to have 1 KO. Okay, boom. Okay, what are we missing? I think we went through all these ones. Yeah, we're missing Necrozma. We're missing Necrozma. But I have it here, I think. Hold up. I have it here. So, Ultra Necrozma EX. It's a promo. 3 colorless, Photon Claw, and then Psychic and Steel. Shoegaze. Yeah, what's a shoegaze? Yeah, First Dragon EX. That's right. First Dragon EX is a thing to note. But like they gave it the promo treatment, man. They gave it the promo treatment. What more is there to say? Right? They couldn't give us like a good EX in the promo. But like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, how are you supposed to play this? Like, how are you supposed to play Metal and Psychic? I don't get it. And not only, like, the other thing to consider is like, it's not like Dragonite. Like Dragonite, you have one electric, 1 water, and the other 2 energies are colorless. So you can go 1-3 with Dragonite. But this thing, you need an equal amount of Steel and Psychic. So not only is the damage lackluster, you need 4 energies, but 2 of one type and 2 of another type. This is like begging. This is like begging for like an energy break, right? But maybe they're gonna give us a supporter that we don't know yet, right? Maybe they're gonna give us like a trainer that we don't know yet. I don't know. It just doesn't look great. Discard the top 5 cards. I'll be honest, like the damage is lackluster, but the effect is pretty cool. The effect is pretty cool. Like it's a dragon, so it has no weakness. It has 150 HP. Like if you actually manage to somehow get 2 Psychic and 2 Steel on it, right? Like you attack twice with it, like your opponent's game is over, right? There's like nothing else for him to draw. Like if you attack twice with it, like, you know, like your opponent has no more answers, right? But yeah, anyways, interesting card. I think the energy requirement is really what kills it. But maybe people are gonna come up with something to be able to get it. But I don't know. Interesting. Okay, next up we have Poipole. This thing evolves, right? This thing evolves into the poison thing. Yeah. 2-step. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. Yes, yeah, it works on me too. Yeah, I know. You have to basically like sweep with this or it's game over. Yeah, yeah. It's the same as what's the name? I forgot what it was. The guy that shoots rocks from his hands. Rhyperior. That's right, Rhyperior. Yeah, it does less damage though. Rhyperior does 150. But yeah, it's similar. Okay, and Poipole. This is the last one. 2-step. Flip 2 coins. Okay, so it's basically like a 60-20. It's basically like a 60-20 basic. Alright. That's fine. Yeah. Alright, so that kind of wraps it up. Guys. Let me go through your comments here. pretty sure the ability from Lunala doesn't work with this card. I think Lunala only moves energy between psychics, right? If I'm not mistaken. So it's not like you can add. It's not like you can add energy from with Lunala to this, because it only works on psychics. Right? Once during your turn, you may move all energy from one bench to your active. Oh no, it works. The benched Pokemon has to be psychic, but the one that's in front doesn't have to be psychic. So you could play Lunala. You could play Lunala with this thing. Weird. But like, you still need 2 types though. You still need like a Gardevoir. You still need Steel. Like, where are you gonna get the Steel though? Lunala, Giratina, Steel only energy. Yeah, that's the only way I see it working. That's the only way I see it working. Giratina plus Lunala plus Soul, Ultra, and Necrozma. Yeah, I mean, if you manage to set that up, then you're set. If you manage to set that up, you're set. Yeah. Okay, let me just go get through your other things. Celesteela with Buzzwole. Yes, that's a crazy combo. Turtonator. People were mentioning Turtonator with Blacephalon. That's not crazy. That's actually not crazy. You can definitely run a Turtonator Blacephalon deck, right? Like, when you lose the Turt, you have enough energy to be able to Luxamine, and then you just like and they're all 1-pointers. They're all 1-pointers. You just go like full you know, you just go full kamikaze on them, right? You just go full kamikaze. Yeah, interesting stuff. Yep. Meme deck, yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I think Buzzwole, the Buzzwole Celestina combo with Kartana or Pheromosa is gonna go crazy. I think the Buzzwole is gonna go crazy with Celesteela and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to play Tapu Koko as well. Super excited to play that. I was hyped for Zeraora, but drawing it late is kind of a brick. And Guzzlord, man. Guzzlord. Yeah, Guzzlord is gonna be something. I'm curious to see. I mean, if grass decks, you know, were already like a big part of the meta, I feel like Guzzlord might make them an even bigger part. It does take 120 from Buzzwole though, right? It has its sworn enemy already in the pack. His sworn enemy is already in the pack. So maybe it's not that crazy. Maybe like it looks good on paper. It looks good on paper, but maybe it's not that crazy. Yeah, 140 with the weakness. Yeah, very interesting, guys. Very interesting. All right, appreciate you all tuning in today. Welcome. So that was our review for the leaks. We're gonna do a full review of the whole set once it leaks or once the pack releases, and we're gonna do that with Reality Pocket, Lucian, and Nick Pocket. So stay tuned for when that's gonna happen. It depends on if we get a leak, and if we don't get a leak, when does the pack release, and we'll do it right after. Yeah, big shout out to Reality in the chat right now. Let me give you a shout out. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so tune in for that. Okay, MSC, you didn't answer the most important question of this set. Is Pheromosa going to replace Serena as the top Gunner card? Oh, that is the biggest question of this set. I don't know, guys. It needs a full art, though. Exactly. You got to wait to see the full art. Like, you can't compare apples to oranges, right? Like, Serena has the full art, right? You just can't compare it yet. If they, you know, you have to wait. We have to wait for the 1-star Pheromosa, and then we're gonna summon the council and give our decision. Okay. Okay, guys. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Thank you.